Hello everyone. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to share my experience unboxing 40 ounces of silver I bought from SD Bullion. I got the Truth Series coins, which has two designs. One of them is a Tree of Life and the other is a Roaring Lion. I got these from SD Bullion for a bit of a pretty penny because the premiums are still very high. The Tree of Life was about $32.88 per coin, and the Roaring Lion was $33.28 per coin. That's $7.60 and $8 over the market price. But the reason I'm excited to share this is that these are, without a doubt, the most beautiful silver coins I have ever seen. I was truly blown away. The Truth Series is made by the Sunshine Mint, which is associated with SD Bullion, but each coin serves as legal tender in a Niue dollar. Niue is a small island country in the South Pacific, a little over 2,000 miles away from Australia. It's about 100 square miles total, 261 square kilometers in area, but they have very beautiful coins that they get made, and every year they sell out. They carry a higher premium than other coins too. So why would I get them? Well, two reasons. The first is that it's part of my savings. I regularly buy precious metals because I think that's a very cool way to save money. Over time, like over decades, it pays off because the price appreciation is better than the interest on a savings account. And the second is that I don't have to buy any one thing in particular to add to my savings. I can buy whatever I want. And the US Silver Eagle, that is the most popular coin to collect worldwide for silver, or so I've heard. I love America, but they're kind of boring to look at, especially after 35 years of the same design every year. But since I can buy whatever I want, and I already know that I got Silver Eagles this year, I wanted something beautiful. To me, that has some value, and the beauty, I think the price is worth it. And it sells out pretty quickly, usually within a few weeks, and every single year that I've seen this coin made, it sells out. And I think that other people also see the value in it being beautiful, and it being beautiful carries some value. And I could be wrong, but if I ever wanted to sell them, I'd find a buyer quickly because I see them resold from other dealers. Sorry about the cut, my camera ran out of battery. Now this is an SD Bullion exclusive coin, but that does not actually stop other online dealers from reselling it, and I've seen them, and they carry a higher premium when they do that. But let's talk about reselling. How do you know when to sell your silver? I have a strategy that I intend to use in the future. We can see by looking at a chart of gold that the price tends to follow some cycles. And we can see that the price of silver also seems to follow some cycles. But if we really look at it, we see that gold is less volatile over time, and silver tends to outperform gold when the market is hot for precious metals. We can look at the gold-silver ratio. That means the price of gold divided by the price of silver, and that would give you how many ounces of silver it takes to buy a single ounce of gold. In March of 2020, the gold-silver ratio reached an intraday high of about 132, which means it took 132 ounces of silver to buy a single ounce of gold. This is something that always repeats, that sometimes it takes more ounces of silver to buy a single ounce of gold, and it will probably also repeat that at some point in the future, it will take fewer ounces of silver to buy a single ounce of gold. The way to trade on this information is to look at the gold-silver price peak and support levels. If you want to take a big profit, you start selling your silver and buying gold when it takes less than 50 ounces of silver to buy a single ounce of gold. If you really want to maximize your gains on gold, you buy when it's 35 ounces of silver to a single ounce of gold. In the 1979 to 1980 peak, it took about 20 ounces of silver to buy a single ounce of gold during their respective peak periods. And that could happen again, but I would trade some of it sooner just to hedge my bets and also to save space. Silver takes up a lot of space and storing it can get tricky, so if I could trade that for gold, which takes up less space, I would kind of like that. SD Bullion has a video on how to store precious metals. According to the narrator of the video, some people actually bury it. I suppose that's what pirates used to do. That's why they used to bury their treasure. That was the first thing I thought of when I heard that. I saw a lot of pirate cartoons growing up, and this seemed to be a regular thing. I never really understood until now why pirates buried their treasure. They use all of these intricate maps, and then they have to dig it up. I couldn't understand, why can't you just take it with you and spend it? But if you can't take it with you, that's one of the best places to hide. And the fact of the matter is that it is easier to store gold and transport it. And at today's prices, 100 ounces of gold would occupy a little over half the amount of space that 100 ounces of silver occupies, but it would be worth around 67 times as much. So if you like to stack silver and gold, the best strategy for the future, in my opinion, would be to wait for the gold-silver ratio to go down and then sell the silver to buy gold. Aside from the storage considerations, this has the added advantage of stability. From peak to trough, the most gold loses in nominal price in a 5-year price correction is usually only at 40% maximum, but with silver it could be 75 or 80%. So if you buy a lot of silver right now and then trade it for gold when the gold-silver ratio is about 33, then you can hold on to that gold and then sell it for silver when the gold-silver ratio goes higher, and then you can repeat that trade to keep getting more gold and more silver without actually having to buy more. And if you live a really long time, let's say you start when you're 20, you may be able to do this twice. But if you are a long-term holder of precious metals, you don't want to sell prematurely. That does not mean that there won't be better investment opportunities in the future, and that doesn't mean you shouldn't sell something to buy something else if you see a good opportunity. But you don't want to waste a 1 or 2 time in your life phenomenon that could be a great opportunity to get more of the things that you actually want. And I think it's important to be patient. The power of patience cannot be understated. And remember, bears and bulls make money, but pigs get slaughtered. I hope this was informative. Please be sure to check back in the future for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.